You have to show me everything. Where do we go first?
We have to go to Andergast.
Is that where you live?
That's one way of expressing it.
Which way? This way.
Wait.
Look, Geron. A magnificent bird.
This plague gets worse and worse. Come, there's the town gate.
I just want to say hello to him.
This unkempt black witch's beast?
Says the ugly, pale-faced pig-eater.
Hello, Raven.
I advise you to avoid the town.
What's he saying?
Two dark figures tiptoe past the gate. They're on the lookout for your fairy friend.
Who says she's a fairy?
I am a fairy.
She's lying. How come you can talk anyway? And how do you know everything?
I once made a big mistake, so the gods punished me by giving me the conscience of a man.
Birds don't make mistakes. Birds just do whatever it is that birds do.
You mean like the crows in this town?
Why don't you regale us with a cheerful tale?
Stay away from him, Nuri. Something's wrong here.
But all creatures have the gift of speech, Geron.
That's not important. Come on, you'll be safe with me and Gwynling. Why is the door open?
This is where you live?
Something's wrong here.
Look at this mess.
Is this blood? By the gods, there's somebody here. The fairy. I have to hide her.
Well, I know exactly where to put her. Come into the closet.
Look, Nuri, this is exciting.
Is that a cave?
Yes, wait in there until you see a bright light.
Who's this? Hello. I am Nuri Dari Nelavanda, but Geron calls me Nuri.
I have to find out what's going on here.
I have just put her in a closet, and Geron seems surprisingly unfazed by a talking bird. Is that a typical thing in his life? I don't know. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure Gwynling is dead. Because this is where Gwynling lives. And there's blood everywhere. Yeah, pretty sure that's what happened. Let's go find out. Let me save. Here we go. Okay, Gwynling, here we come.
By the gods, what happened here? Your eyes. Who did this to you?
The seer. He's back.
Don't move. I'm with you now.
He sent his creatures for me. The fairy. You'll have to... They...
Gwynling. Gwynling, stay with me.
She's just been ravaged by crows. Why the fairy?
What do they want with the fairy?
He needs her, but he mustn't get her.
Alright, so he needs the fairy to do something. And I need to make sure he does not get her, ever. Because whatever he wants to do is obviously not good.
What did the attackers want from you?
The old fairy. Scholar. He'll be the next.
The fairy scholar?
What fairy scholar? Please don't die. Not now.
He travelled with us back then. 13 years ago. He was the one who sealed the gate to the fairyland.
Where is he now?
It was all in vain.
Where is the fairy scholar?
In the blood barrier at the Red Lake.
He went to the Auckland?
It's too late now. All is lost.
Alright, what do I do with the fairy?
What will happen with the fairy now?
There's only one solution.
What way is that?
You'll have to kill her. It's the only way that Seer can be stopped.
What? No, I'm not a murderer.
In that case, Andergast will perish.
Hell no, I'm not going to kill her. No. There's got to be something else.
I can't kill the fairy.
You'll have to do it.
Surely there must be another way.
Don't be a fool. His power is beyond the realm of your imagination.
Gwynling?
There. I can hear them, the black wings.
No. No. No, 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 no! What am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do? I can't kill the fairy. I'm not going to change my mind again. There must be another way. The fairy scholar. The Red Lake in the blood barrier. The king can deploy his knights there. They'll know how to defeat the seer. I must go to the castle immediately to warn them and everything will be fine.
There she is! There's the witch! Don't look into her eyes! Witch, take her to the stake to burn!
Wait, do they have the fairy?
Oh no.
Oh
Nuri!
shit. I think I'm finally gonna get to use the stakes and the barrels and the rope. Okay.
As if I wasn't in enough trouble already. How can I get her down from there? Nuri!
Geron, your humans are mad at me. I'm afraid that they'll do me harm.
You should be afraid of that, because they will.
What did you do? I told you to stay in the room.
I got bored, so I took a walk. I wanted to see a town. In the big courtyard, all the animals had been caged. I felt so sorry for them.
So you opened the cages.
Yes, then I stumbled and there was a terrible noise. All of the bowls and...
Why didn't you stay in the cabinet?
I didn't want to do any harm. Ask the raven, he saw it all.
How did you get up there anyway?
I can't remember. I was scared of your humans, and the next thing I knew I was up here. But now, I can't get down.
Those are not my humans.
Didn't she say that she felt like she didn't have any powers anymore? Like she felt like she couldn't do anything, but it sounds like she does have magic. It sounds like she basically teleported up there. But it wasn't exactly under her control, it was just something that happened in the spur of the moment.
There's no way the fairy can climb over to the warehouse on this rickety wall.
Alright, so I think I just need to take this stake out and create a wall of barrels. Gwynling is dead, isn't he?
They ripped out his eyeballs. How can he find his way to Firon's hunting grounds now? At least it's a memento of Gwynling. It doesn't cut anything anymore.
Broken knife.
What's written here?
That's the magic harp. Now is not the time. Actually, can I fix this? With the...
No, what use is that supposed to be?
No, I can't. Okay. Am I never going to get to use that catapult? I really want to.
Your fairy is in danger, Night Hare.
Oh, it's you again.
A mob has amassed. They want to burn her like a witch. Go and help her before it's too late.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying. So, do you think you can help me out?
Why don't you help?
I am a raven. What can I do?
Giving smart replies and making sinister threats, that's what. You buggers are nothing but bad luck.
Now that's helpful. Why don't you get with it and get her down from there before it's too late?
There's something so awesome about a talking bird, isn't there?
Why do they want to burn Nuri like a common witch?
That came up when she fell into the booth with the clay bowls. She raised an awful ruckus, and when everybody was looking in her direction, she fixed all the broken goods with a spell.
She has the ability to repair things with magic?
Yes, just like a witch does. And a stake can be set up in no time.
I have to rescue her. What did the fairy do?
She ran off and set all the animals free. All hell broke loose. They almost caught your friend, but she fled to the top of the wall.
I'll come up with something. You keep quiet.
Hurry.
I'm hurrying. Sort of, kind of, maybe. Alright, can I just pull it out?
Firmly wedged in.
Hammer? Okay. Now I need to cut it. Do I have anything sharp? I mean, I have a broken knife. It's not really gonna work, is it? Hold on, can I beat the mob back with a hammer?
They'd only want to burn me at the stake as well.
Don't they already pretty much want to burn you at the stake? The fucking bigots.
They'll burn the fairy.
There's no point in talking to them. Can I try?
I don't think they're in the mood for negotiation.
Nope. Alright, well, she can put broken things back together with a spell, so let's go have a chat with her. Can I do that from up here?
Nuri!
Geron, your humans are mad at me. I'm afraid.
Can you fix my knife?
Can you really perform proper magic, Nuri? Like fixing broken things?
Most of the time I can. Fixing things is easy.
Well, there we go.
Can you fix this knife with your magic?
Sure,
Do I have to throw it to you or something?
that's not necessary.
It really is fixed. Thank you.
Will you rescue me now?
I'm on it.
Okay, here we go. Now what?
Please, Geron.
Yeah, what exactly did I accomplish? I mean, I blocked them off, so if I can get her over to this side, then all is well. But how do I get her here? I mean, can she just, like, jump down onto the barrels, maybe?
Please, Geron, hurry up.
I am, and also you're looking the wrong way, which is kind of weird.
That won't slow the mob down for long.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Any ideas, Raven?
Your fairy is in debt.
Yes, I know.
Go and help.
Okay, fine, no help then.
I'll
Alright.
come up. Here you go. Free beer for all. But the fairy is still trapped.
Yeah. Nothing I have here is really gonna help me. I mean, I can't throw her the leather ribbon, can I? I don't think it's long enough. I need, like, a freaking rope. I'm really not sure what to do, frankly. Can I do something with a wall? No. Anything else in here? Nope.
Farewell, Gwynling. The seer is bound to destroy us all with his magic harp, and that's why he needs my fairy? That's madness!
Yes, yes it is. Oh, nothing more in there, of course. Probably nothing in the closet still. I would bet... Nope. Don't think I can fix the catapult, and what would be the point even if I could?
It can't launch anymore. The string has rotted away.
No. So that leaves me with what? I mean, if she can get onto this, it looks like she could just, like, walk over to this building or something, but how can I get her to get onto it? I can't leave, right?
I can't just...
No.
How in the name of the unknown?
Please get.
I am. I'm trying. I could use some ideas too, you know. I can't give her anything, right? No.
There's no way the fairy...
What am I missing? It's gotta be such a simple solution, because I don't have many items, and there's not much in the environment to use. I can't give her anything, I can't use anything on the wall, I can't use anything on the barrels, so what is left?
As if I were... How?
There's like... It seems like there's nothing I can do, but there has to be something.
I can't rip it off. I need a hammer.
Oh, okay, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with a hinge? Or am I after the door? Okay, I just put a door in my inventory. Why? What am I doing with a door?
Long enough for a bridge.
Geron, they've begun to throw stones.
This way!
Are you kidding me? She could have jumped that.
Yuri,
It's like
come
2
now.
feet.
What happened here?
No time. We have to get out of town.
Is he dead?
Don't think about him. We have to go. He wanted you to die, and if we stay here, he'll get his wish.
What? How do you know that?
Before he died, he asked me to kill you, but I won't do that. I will protect you, so please trust me and come already.
You can come out now. The mob has calmed down.
That was the gong for the 6th hour of evening. I was supposed to be a hero by now.
A hero?
The king asked me to get rid of a plague of crows in the castle. I would have shown them all.
Get rid of a plague of crows? I prefer saviors of fairies.
I can never go back.
That's for the best anyway. The creatures who killed your mentor would find you immediately.
How come you know so much? Why are you helping us?
I have my reasons. Night Hare. Good thing those creatures didn't find you before me.
Night Hare?
Geron, what are we going to do now?
We'll travel to the Red Lake in the Blood Barrier. Into Auckland.
Into Auckland? I hope you know what you're doing.
Gwynling said something about a fairy scholar. He will know about, about you, Nuri. He'll help you.
Perhaps he can show me how to use magic again, without any pain.
Yes, I'm sure he can.
What do you think, Raven?
It's a possibility.
The scholar mustn't send me back to my home, though. I'll never go back there.
Come on. I want to be as far away from this place as possible when the sun goes down.
Poor boy. He's taking desperation for determination.
I trust him.
You know that his mentor told him to kill you.
I know. He told me. But he won't do it. He'll take me to safety and together we'll see the world. Ah, that will be marvellous. Geron, wait. Don't worry, Raven. He's not going to do anything foolish.
I hope you're right, my child.
For the first time in his life, Geron was leaving home. He didn't know exactly where the Red Lake was, or whether he would be able to find the fairy scholar there, or how he might be able to help him. So he just followed the road towards the north. How How could he have known where this journey would take him? Nuri had left all her sorrows behind. Finally, she was free. And as soon as they found the fairy scholar, she would even be able to command magic again. Then she would put a rainbow bird in every tree and would paint a happy face on Geron. Meanwhile, Geron was haunted by the voice from his dreams, and its horrific prophecy filled his heart with doubt.
Why did you have to get involved with the Wraithling King?
King Ephedran is not a Wraithling. It's just the name of his family.
But why does everybody believe that you bring bad luck?
I don't bring bad luck.
Come, perhaps that old woman over there knows the way to the fairy scholar. She can take us there in her wagon.
Wait, let me do the talking. You're very talented with the lute.
Why, thank you. It's the tune for a loved one.
A loved one?
But tell me, please, who are you, and why are you tiptoeing around my camp?
Okay, well, my journey continues. I guess my, dreams of being the hero of Andergast have come to an end. At least, for the moment. But before I continue, I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Let's just tell her the truth. I'm not gonna lie to her.
We come from Andergast, and we're traveling north to the Blood Barrier. This is Nuri, and I am Geron.
The blood barrier? What is your business there?
We're going to visit the fairy scholar.
We're looking for a wise man. It's quite complicated. I can't explain the whole story.
That's okay. I'm not nosy. Just careful.
Greetings, Raven.
What dealings does the raven have with you? You bringer of bad luck, Boron's envoy, you and your ilk. You have taken my loved one from me. Go away! Stay away from the messengers of Boron.
Oh, they're not all that bad. Although a lot of them seem to peck people's eyes out, which is... it's a little bit alarming, I have to admit. What's your name?
And who are you?
Oh yes, I am Isilda, the Carney bride, but I'm a widow now.
Well, I think I know what happened to your partner. And where are you headed?
Where are you headed?
I'm on my way to Andergast. You might know that the Queen of Nostria is eagerly awaited. I want to perform my arts at the town fair there, but now I have a broken wheel on my trailer, and I am stuck.
You don't say. A broken wheel. It just so happens I have someone with me who's, let's say, her abilities at fixing things are so good, they've been described as magical.
Suppose I fix the wheel for you.
Good luck with that. It's all splintered.
Oh, I don't think it'll be a problem. If I fix it, though, can I hitch a ride?
We'd be much faster if we use the Carney's wagon, but you'd better avoid Andergast, Isilda.
How do you reckon? I'm not going back.
Well, there's a plague of crows. That would turn her away, wouldn't it? And it's also true.
All of Andergast is full of crows. They're hassling the citizens and no one can do anything about them.
That sounds adventurous.
The town fair has been cancelled.
So, it would be useless for me to go there. I guess you've told the truth so far, but I'm still not completely convinced.
What? She just replied that it sounds adventurous, even though there's a plague of crows. But she just said that her partner had been killed by, like, crows or ravens, or both. So, what? Why would she say it seems adventurous? Wouldn't she be incredibly disturbed? And terrified? That's weird.
The raven. He came from the direction of Andergast. Perhaps he's a bad omen.
I don't want to have anything to do with this messenger of bad luck. I guess I'd better turn round, but my problem remains. As long as the wheel is broken, I'm stuck here.
Well, once again, I can help you. But I've already said that, so let's go this.
What happened to your husband?
Oh, my dear Darian. He was a magnificent acrobat. I used to play the lute and sing while he was performing, but our act didn't earn us much of a living anymore. So he had the high rope set up higher than ever before.
You mean...
There were no last words, and no last wish I could foster in my heart.
that... I know how you...
Never mind.
Wait, I thought your husband was killed by, like, crows. Apparently she thought the crows or ravens just brought the bad luck that had him die or something? I don't know. People in this land are very superstitious, aren't they?
You could take us with you, northward. It's much safer to travel in a group.
As long as the wheel is broken, I'm stuck here.
Yes. Okay.
You can come back if you want to warm yourself up.
Once again, looking at the art in this game, it's so good. Just look at this. This is really gorgeous.
Come, have a seat. You look exhausted.
I'm okay. I hope the fire doesn't lure wild beasts. Take a little rest. We still have a long way ahead of us.
How long?
I don't know. I never traveled very far. I hope everything will turn out all right.
Don't you worry. The Birdman will watch over us.
I don't trust this raven worth a farthing.
I'm not talking about the raven. I'm talking about the Birdman. He wears a colourful dress of plumes and is wrapped in stardust. And when he plays the flute, our hearts break from the yearning for distant places. It's the song of freedom, Geron. You just have to listen. It's so beautiful.
Birdman? You mean Arvis, the patron god of adventurers?
Wherever we go, he'll watch over us.
I hope that's true. Can you repair the wheel?
So you can fix things with a spell, yes?
It's not good when things are broken, but that's all I can do. Bigger spells drain too much energy from me when I'm not in the fairyland. I'd perish like a small, insignificant little flame.
But repairing things is definitely an option.
Yes, that's easy. It's similar to your breaking talent, but instead of imagining things smashed apart, you have to imagine the shards reassembling. Just tell me what you want me to fix, but all the components have to be present. So if a jug is broken into 7 shards, you'd have to have all 7 pieces. And then you'd have to say, I wish. The I wish part is very important.
Okay. Well, are all of the fragments here? I'm guessing no. Part of cartwheel. Probably not.
Nuri! Why do you trust the raven?
He just wants to help us.
He doesn't have a reason to do that, and he keeps insulting me.
You're not making it easy to be nice to you. He is a good bird, and I believe he wants to prove that to himself by helping us. And you, Geron, will have to learn to trust someone. Not everyone is always against you.
I am a bird catcher. I'm not gonna trust a darn bird.
That would be going against my, going against my nature, wouldn't it? I catch birds, and I'm supposed to trust one? Also, Gwynling was just killed by birds, so it's a little bit hard, yeah. I could see that.
What if the Birdman doesn't watch over us? What if something happens to us?
Stop it. You're making me all confused. I'm going to count the stars now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
By the gods, you can't mean that.
You should try for yourself. It will calm you down in a moment. 37.
There, you forgot one.
I like it much better like that.
Wow, Geron is actually capable of having humor. I'm amazed, Geron. Good job. You're changing. For the better.
Aren't you tired too?
Not one bit.
I'll have a further look around. Horses are almost as mysterious as fairies to me.
Oh, apparently it's a drought horse. Whatever that means.
Hey!
The truncated unicorn doesn't like Geron.
Unicorn?
No worries. My Ymra is as stoic as an oak.
It doesn't seem to like me. And I think it might object to being called a truncated unicorn.
Didn't you want to explore the surroundings, Raven?
It's late at night, and I'm not an owl, bonehead.
At least you could flutter around somewhere else for a change. You scared that old woman to death.
If that's what you want, I'm used to ingratitude.
Well, God, I didn't actually want him to leave. But okay.
A trailer with a skylight?
What is he doing?
I can't get into the trailer that way.
Did you have to go all the way around to the other side just to say that? Okay. Bank slope. Alright, so I see 2 parts. I'm guessing I'm missing the third, right?
A broken wheel. Great.
Yeah, need the third part.
There's still one part missing. It's nice that nobody's accusing me of having caused this damage for a change.
No kidding.
Luckily, the axle is still intact.
Everybody blamed me for everything.
I can't make out much through the holes. Locked.
What do I have on me? Just a knife? And the 2 parts of the cartwheel. Wait a minute, what is this? Oh, that's her repair ability, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so I don't have to go talk to her to do it then, I can just use it here. Just like my destroy. Bank
Just
slope.
a moment. There's something lying there.
Maybe a part of a cartwheel. Aha! Well, that was not difficult at all. Repair!
All right. I wish... Hey! Really very funny.
A nice wheel.
Oh, you can do magic?
Not much anymore.
Are you a druid's daughter?
No, I am Nuri Daranella Vandra. Do you command magic?
Well, nothing like that. But I know a different kind of magic.
Really?
Darian and I were sometimes able to literally blind our audience. Watch out.
Whoa, such a beautiful, bright light. But do you always use this white powder for your magic?
What powder?
And it doesn't hurt you to summon light? Does the powder lessen your pain?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, that was a strange conversation. Alright. Let's put it on. Is that it?
It holds. Wonderful. So the fairy is not completely useless after all.
What would make him think that she's completely useless? She's already shown that she can repair knives in an instant. That's a pretty damn good ability. I wonder if I'm going to start seeing some interesting combinations of these two things, the ability to repair and the ability to break. There's got to be some interesting combinations that are going to come up for that, I would think. Anyway, okay, can we go? Everything's
Wheel
fixed.
is back on the axle. Would you agree to give us a ride for a while now?
You have fixed the wagon, and by Travia, I can use a little company. Here are the keys to the trailer. I'll stay at the campfire a little while longer.
Why, thank you.
Let's go in. This was a nice day.
Oh yeah, like hell it was. I won the oak leaf challenge.
What are we going to do next?
We'll sleep.
Look. This is the white powder the wrinkly woman used to summon the glistening white light. I saw her throwing it into the fire.
Don't touch that. Who knows what it is?
I'll sleep in the bed. You can have the rug.
Huh? What? What was that? That came from outside.
That didn't sound good.
No, nobody was here.
She's lying.
Regrettable.
He who speaks lies shall hold his tongue.
Please, believe me. There's no one here besides me.
Oh yes, they are here.
She's trying to lead us up the garden path. She'll have to tell us where they are.
Please, I can't tell you anything else.
In that case, we can't leave her unscathed.
Will you go away?
Time flows fast in this world.
Lives are shortened all the time. They are here, and we will find them.
What's going on?
Two strange figures are looking for us. They don't know where we are yet, but they're threatening Isidar.
Oh no. We must help her.
I have to distract the creatures somehow, or chase them off.
Okay, let me save. Alright. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to do something involving the powder. Yeah, probably. That's a pretty safe bet.
I'm not touching the stuff with my bare hands.
Fair enough. Do I have anything? A pot, something to put it in? No.
This measly piece of wood won't hold those creatures off for long. Perhaps I can go outside via the roof.
That's a good
You
idea.
hide behind the curtain. I'll distract them.
No!
No. I can do something.
I hope this doesn't lead to the realm of the dead.
The ladder? Why would the ladder lead to the realm of the dead? Okay.
She's trying to lead us up the garden path.
You already said that.
She'll have to tell us where they are.
Please, I can't tell you anything else.
In that case,
You already said all of that.
No, please.
That is literally the exact conversation that just happened. That is super awkward. But anyway. Okay, the only thing I have is a knife. That's not gonna help. Can I use my power to destroy them? No. I can only destroy weak stuff. There's something I can do yet. I need something.
We must help Isidar.
Stay at the door. The door stays
Whoa,
closed.
Why did I just disappear?
The door stays closed.
Who needs to hide? I now have the power of invisibility.
The door stays closed. I'm not touching the stuff with my bare hands.
Am I now going to disappear every time I examine something?
I'm not touching the stuff with my bare hands.
Interesting.
If I go out now, they'll find us.
What is happening? Oh, there's stuff back here. Hello, Puppet's head rag. Ooh.
A cleaning rag. I'd rather have a sword.
Every time he talks, he's going to disappear. Okay.
It's hollow.
And the text is sometimes appearing in the top left of the screen for some reason.
They'd only slow me down.
Okay, let's get some magnesium inside of the puppet's head.
I hope the powder does what it's supposed to.
Seriously, what has happened? Hold on. F9 to save, and let me load. Oh, okay, that was very quick. Did that fix it?
Who's that? Maybe they're the middle.
Hold on. Did that work?
They'd only slow me down.
Okay, that seemed to have fixed it. That was exceptionally fast loading time, too. It took like 0 seconds, basically. So that's nice. Alright, puppet head with magnesium. Can I just, like, toss it into the fire? Ooh, I probably need to stuff that in there, right?
I could seal the opening of the neck with the rag.
There we go.
Now nothing's trickling out anymore.
Hurry!
Now I have a grenade, basically.
Now nothing's trickling out.
Alright. Will this scare them off?
Wasting time.
They are here.
Yes, you've already...
No! Ah!
They killed her just like that. The creature is coming to the coach box.
What?
I have to get us out of here.
What happened to Isida?
She's all right. She fled.
But her cry.
The creatures injured her, but then they let her go.
But
And then she ran off into the woods. Nuri, we have to go now. They'll kill us.
Geron!
Okay, did I fail that, or was that meant to happen?
If I go out now, they'll find...
Can we just leave through the top? Okay, now it's time to use this. I'm guessing that was meant to happen.
Fex be with me.
I hope this works.
It didn't work.
Why?
Make yourself useful for once.
Ah, there we go. Okay, that kind of helps. Now what? We still have her at the door.
How am I supposed to reach that?
You're not. Oh god, yeah, she has been... She's been slaughtered.
They killed her just like that. She's dead. I should grab a log and burn out their eyes. But first I'll look for other solutions.
That seems like a good idea. Alright, I still have her to deal with.
They'd only slow me down.
How come I can move the curtain back and forth? Do I need to do something with that? Or we could just leave. Break. Oh, or we could just... Yeah, we could leave. Except by staying inside of here and just taking off. Well, let's release the brake.
There. Now, quickly.
And let's go.
Geron!
I'm working as fast as I can.
And we're off.
I can do it, Nuri.
Geron!
I can do it.
Was it not fate that drove him forth? The seer had sought them out. For the moment, they had been able to escape, but the creatures would never stop chasing them. Who could help them now? When the seer's harp sounds, Andergast will perish, Gwendling said. find the fairy is the key. Geron had to find out more about these things. The fairy scholar was his only hope. He was right to let Nuri live. He was deeply convinced of that. Even his darkest dreams didn't reveal what woe this decision would soon befall his hometown. But would he have decided any differently had he known?
Are you really better now?
Stop asking all the time. I'm not staying in the wagon. I've been in there for days. And those pale men stopped chasing us a while ago.
All right, but we'll have to talk about your magic at some point.
Look! A human!
What am I doing here?
Achievement unlocked, on the run. It's an achievement to be running from someone? Okay. Yeah, this game's storytelling is awkward, to say the least. And by that I mean, in general, really, really poor. It's just like awkward scene after awkward scene. I'm still enjoying myself. But man, is it awkward. That death scene, like, you pop your head out and then suddenly he says, like, oh, they killed her, just like that. Oh, okay. That was so awkwardly handled. I just kind of scratched my head at that one. And then we escape. And even though the person outside was banging on the door last we saw, as soon as we take off, the little cutscene shows that now the person is inside, and Nuri has to fend him off with her magic. Oh, okay, he got inside? Before he was just banging at the door. When did that happen? Okay. It's really awkward. But anyway. Well, the Raven came with us.
Raven, after being a good scout for us these last few days, Nuri has asked me to be nicer to you.
What do you think? Will you be able to do that?
I'll try. How about you?
We'll see.
Okay, fair enough. What's the news around town?
Have you seen if those demons are still following us?
Didn't you shake them off?
I think I did. I could be wrong, though. They are mighty creatures of the seer.
I didn't see anyone following us on my scouting flights.
Good.
But that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Don't start raining on my parade.
After all, you could be incompetent. That's always a possibility.
We were able to escape the seer's creatures and have come a long way. Fate might smile on us favorably. Now we're back in charge.
Well. Fate. What do you think that is? Fate.
The will of the gods.
And you think you can bend the will of the gods to fit your agenda?
Hell yeah, I can. 'Cause I'm Geron and I'm a badass.
Every man follows his destiny. It's something the gods let us pursue.
What's your destiny, then?
At least it's not being a cursed bad luck charmer. I'm responsible for the pursuit of my own happiness.
Don't you fear the prophecy? What if your doom is inevitable?
My future hasn't been decided yet.
No one ever escapes from Satinav's boundless gaze.
What I want to do with my life is live long enough so that I can have my name legally changed from Geron, whatever my last name is, I don't know if they've ever said it, to have it legally changed from that to Bogomil Wraithling. I want to be named after that person because that is the most badass name ever, and that is my quest, Raven.
Tell me more about Satinav.
He's known by many names. The 13-Horned, the Irresistible, the helmsman of the Barge of Time. He once was a mighty magician, or even a demigod. The gods chained him to the Barge of Time because he tried to be the master over his own future.
They say the gods don't like people to determine their own fate.
Like Satinav, we mortals are chained to time.
In that case, I will have to break those chains.
I guess I will. After all, the name of the game is The Dark Eye Chains of Satinav.
I'll have a further look around.
Alright. We've got a bell, we've got a person. Oh, Knight Wraithling. hello. Looks like we have someone from the Wraithling family. Do you know Bogomil by any chance? One berry bush. One berry bush. It's so old, man. I've got the two berry bush. It's way better. It just came out a couple weeks ago. I stood in line for like a week to get it. But it's totally worth it. I know, probably in like a week there'll be a 3-berry bush, but whatever. It's still better than your 1-berry bush. Fool. Oh my god, the art is so good. Look at this. It makes me want to cry. Look at that. The dust just moving about. So beautiful. Staff of Bells.
I wish Nuri had never found this thing. At least the music has revived her spirits.
I guess she's been messing around with it a lot, driving him crazy.
I'll just take it all.
That's the spirit. Because you're in an adventure game. Fuck it, just shove it all in your pockets. Yep, take everything. Why am I taking that, but not that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that, or that, you ask? Because it has a hotspot, and it's the only thing I can interact with in this scene, of course.
Never again will the puppeteer tell this story, and that's my fault. Maybe I really am a bad luck charm.
Okay, do I have enough crap in my inventory? I think I do. Reins, drumstick, a tin bottle, a lid, staff of bells, and a knife. At least I don't have a door in my inventory. At least this stuff I could conceivably fit in either my pockets or at least my hands. I don't think the lid would fit in my pockets. Or the staff, but I could hold them. Yeah. Good evening, Wraithling.
How often have I dreamt of wearing a coat of arms like this myself?
Why? You're ugly.
Nuri!
This particular young maiden displays an interesting sense of humor.
That was the best laugh I've ever heard. Hold on. I think we all need to hear that again. Well, I think you need to hear it again. I don't think I can make it appear again, but let me replay that section that you just heard in post-production, so replay. That was amazing. Wow, just wow.
How often have I dreamt of wearing a coat of arms
wait,
like
will
this
she say it
myself?
Why?
Oh, he will.
You're ugly.
Nuri!
This particular young maiden displays an interesting sense of humor.
Okay, I didn't even need to replay it. I could just keep doing that.
Hail, could you kindly tell us where we are?
This is the Thash Mountain Range.
Thash? So the blood barrier is not far off?
It is but a short distance for a travelling knight. For a farm boy and a maiden, it might prove quite a journey.
I am no farmer.
My maiden, you should seek protection from a proper man in these dangerous surroundings.
What kind of a man?
I am Bogomil Wrathling, Knight of Andergast.
Oh shit!
At your service, fair maiden.
I am Nuri. This is my friend Geron.
Nuri it is. What an extraordinary name.
Oh my god, his laugh is so horrible. Bogomil Wraithling. My quest is to change my name to your name because it's so amazing. But I have to say, as a person, you're letting me down. I thought you would have been a better voice actor with a name like Bogomil Wraithling. But I guess you're not.
What business does a knight of Andergast have in the Thash Mountains?
The king put me in charge of observing the orc tribes of the Blood Barrier.
You have travelled through the blood barrier?
Of course, but now I have to return to Andergast. There has been some unrest amongst the Tolokai. I have to report to King Efferdan immediately.
Oh. He was sent here to observe the orcs, so when this place was called Orkland, That wasn't just a name, it literally is a land of orcs. Well, that's not good. I was hoping it was just like just a name, you know? Apparently it's not.
Did you run into an explorer in the Blood Barrier, near a red lake?
Huh. Red Lake? No, but if he came from the south, he must have been through here.
We need some gear. A rope, blankets, provisions, everything that can be of use.
Usually you can get those things from Graham, but the old pighead hides in his house and doesn't make a sound. I wouldn't trust that cutthroat anyway. Do you hear that, Graham? You are a cutthroat.
Welp, I know what I have to do next.
Why does this Graham hide anyway?
The stupid ox won't admit that I am right.
Right?
Right. He refuses to pay the dues he owes me.
What dues?
He's responsible for the death of my horse. Gave him spoiled fodder, so he died miserably. I'm in a hurry, but by foot alone I won't get far.
I have no idea what fodder is, but apparently it's something you can feed a horse. Oh yeah! I could just sell the Carney's trailer. We don't need it after all. Yeah, take it.
Why don't you buy this horse and carriage from us?
What use is a Carney's trailer to me? But you can leave me your hack. What are you asking for it?
I'm not really sure.
Make up your mind about the price. Then I'll tell you mine.
Okay,
Why don't you buy this?
What are you?
I'm not.
Make up. Then I'll.
Apparently I'm incapable of selling it to him if I don't know an exact price or something. Okay, bye.
Rondra be with you, Sir Knight.
And with you.
Alright, can I find a book about haggling? Can I find like a blue book of what to sell a Carney's trailer for?
Wanberries. Their bitter blue juice has healing properties.
I love that name, Oneberry. And that laugh. Wait, can I get this to happen again? Let me see.
How often have I dreamt?
Yep.
This.
Hold on, let's do it again.
Nuri!
Let's do it again.
How?
This. But
I like how it's like start and stop.
How?
It's got like a beat to it. Ha 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 ha. It's like a piece of music.
Futile, my boy. That's a dwarf's job.
What? You're saying only a dwarf can open the shutters?
Nobody home.
Graham is home. He just went into hiding. Futile.
Ah.
An elixir against fading hair. Twirly moustache guy in the picture must have had a sip too much of it.
What am I gonna do with all this crap?
I wish Nuri had never...
The staff of bells. Between that and the drumstick and the lid, I'm guessing I need to make music to wake him up.
Not loud enough to wake somebody inside.
But what if I combine them?
Maybe.
What if I beat the lid?
What for?
To make noise.
Nobody home.
Graham.
Forget it. Unless, can I tie them together? Or something? I don't know, whatever. Can I get to that bush? No, it's way too high.
The link between the wheels is missing. It's also impossible to move the wheel. Someone has removed the crank handle.
I can't imagine what I could use as a replacement for that. Surely not the reins, no. Tin? Drums? Okay, it's the reins.
Strange contraption.
The owner of the yard doesn't seem to be satisfied with a simple pull rope.
Strange.